Hello and welcome guys to EduCeption. This video is all about the question paper pattern of the ICSE Geography exam you will face in the ICSE 2020 boards. We will also discuss how you can prepare for this subject. Watch this video till the end, and if you like it, do hit the thumbs up button, share this video with your friends and subscribe to EduCeption if you haven't. Also press the bell icon to get notified of all our videos. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's begin with the question paper pattern. Geography. This is an 80 marks question paper and you will get 2 hours to solve the whole thing. You will also get additional 15 minutes to read the question paper. The question paper is divided in 2 parts. Part 1 which is of 30 marks and part 2 which is of 50 marks. Let's begin with part 1. Part 1, 30 marks. You have to attempt all questions in this part. Question 1 is from Topographical Survey of India. You will get a survey map and based on that survey map you will have to answer the questions. This question is of 20 marks. I hope you guys know topography. Now we have some amazing videos on topography. The link to those videos will be in your top right corner as well as in the description box below. Do check them out, they will definitely help you. Moving on. Question 2. Question 2 is of map pointing and it is of 10 marks. There will be 10 pointings of 1 mark each to give you 10 marks. And you have to point it on Indian river map. I hope you have been practicing map pointing. Now we also have some amazing videos on map pointing. The link to those videos will be in your top right corner as well as in the description box below. Do check them out, they are also very helpful. Moving on to part 2. Now part 2 is the question and answer part of the geography paper. Part 2, 50 marks, you have to attempt any 5 questions. Each question over here is of 10 marks. So 5 into 10, that's 50. Now this is where the geography paper becomes very easy. Why is that? Because in part 2, each and every question is asked either from a single chapter or a group of similar chapters. Let's check out the chapter combination. Question 3 is from climate, question 4 is from soil, question 5 is from vegetation, question 6 is from water resources, question 7 is from mineral and energy, question 8 is from agriculture, and by agriculture I mean all the 3 chapters of agriculture: Introduction to Agriculture, Food Crops and Cash Crops. Question 9 is from industries, and by industries I mean both the chapters, agro-based industries and mineral-based industries. Question 10 is from transport and question 11 is from waste management. And by waste management I mean all the chapters that you have on waste management. There are a total of 9 questions. Each question is of 10 marks and you have to attempt any 5 to give you 5 into 10 is equal to 50 marks. It is very easy because if you study only 6 to 7 chapters, you can easily attempt 5 questions over here. A lot of students ask me, sir, what is your personal preference for the chapter selection in part 2 of geography exam? My personal preference is simple. I like my students to study everything because everything over here is very important. But from an examination point of view and marks point of view, it becomes very important to have a preference so that you can score good marks or even full marks, 50 out of 50. So what is my preference? Climate, soil, vegetation, water resources, mineral and energy and transport. Now I have selected 6 chapters. Why is that? You have to attempt any 5. If you select 5 chapters and if you miss any question or there is any question that you don't know the answer of, you have to skip that part. But if you have prepared for 6 chapters, that means for 6 questions, and if you miss out something or if you don't know a single part, you can skip that question altogether and attempt another question. That way you will have one more option. And if you know the answer of all the 6 questions, it's good enough. Attempt all the 6 questions. So my personal preference is given. Now for you, it's important, check out the chapters and select the questions that you are comfortable with. Select the chapters that you find are easy for you. Don't go on the personal preference of anyone else. Your personal preference will be the best preference for you. So go through the chapters, select the chapters that are easy for you. I have given you the chapter combination and prepare accordingly. Now questions over here are very simple and straightforward. Almost all the questions are straightforward. You don't have to write a lot. You have to write to the point answers and precise answers. No need to exaggerate anything in geography. If you write the correct answers, you can easily score full marks in geography. Okay. Now that we are done with the question paper pattern and what type of questions are asked, let me tell you a little bit about time management. Why? Because a lot of students, what they do, they spend a lot of time in part 1. They spend 50 minutes to 1 hour in this part and time becomes less for part 2. Now let me tell you, don't spend more than 30 to 40 minutes in part 1. If you complete part 1 in 30 to 40 minutes, you will have 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 20 minutes for part 2, and attempting 5 questions in that time will be very easy. Okay, so that was all regarding time management. Just keep it in mind that you have to complete part 1 within 30 to 40 minutes. That's all over here. Now we'll move on to how you can prepare for this particular subject. How to prepare for the geography examination. First, let's begin with part 1. That means topographical survey and map pointing. Now, the best way to prepare for topographical survey and map pointing is practice, practice and practice. In 1 week, practice at least 2 sets of topographical survey, and in 1 week, practice all the map pointings that you have in your syllabus at least once. If you do this till your examinations, you will be flawless in topographical survey as well as map pointing, and you can easily score 30 out of 30 in part 1. As I told you, we have some amazing videos on topography as well as map pointing. The link to those videos will be in the description box below. Do check them out. They will definitely be helpful. Moving on to part 2. In part 2, I have already told you that if you study 6 to 7 chapters properly, you can easily attempt all the 5 questions over here and even score full marks. How to select those chapters? Now go through all the chapters and all the lessons properly. Select those chapters which you feel are easy for you and you can study easily. Once you have selected those chapters, now select chapters of worth at least 6 questions so that you get 1 extra option over here. Now when you have selected those chapters, stick to those chapters. How to prepare those chapters? First of all, go through those chapters by heart. That means go through them properly. Do thorough reading of those chapters and try to remember all the key points. You have to write a lot of things in geography to remember those things. So keep writing so that you remember all the key points. Adding to that, the other best way to prepare is by going through the previous year's question paper. We have already solved the ICSE 2019, ICSE 2018 and ICSE 2017 geography question paper. The link to those videos will be in the description box below. Do check them out. You will understand what type of questions are asked. Okay, now best way to prepare, the bottom line, is by going through the last 10 years question paper. And I will suggest a book. The book is Arihant ICSE chapter wise geography solved year wise. The link to that book will be in the description box below. Do check that book out. That book will be very helpful. Now after the end of everything, I will end this video over here. New videos on EduCeption are coming very soon, so stay tuned. As always, this is Rishi on behalf of EduCeption signing off.